Texas, as we talked about in the previous segment, is kind of sui generis. It's sort of self-contained. They've created themselves as sort of the Republic of Texas, where they regulate themselves in a lot of ways. But this is an issue that's about climate change as much as anything else. And the leaders of Texas apparently don't believe in it because, again, oil companies, oil money. What, in theory, could the federal government even do at this point to help this state and its citizens who don't deserve to live under this sort of oil oligarchy?
Not a great deal in the short term. And even in the short term, what could be done is not half. This is a really big catastrophe. It is a cascading human catastrophe. You're absolutely correct. This is purely climate change. The polar vortex is basically wobbling on its axle and dipping further and further south. It paralyzed Madrid just weeks ago. It's paralyzed Texas. And that's just bad planning and preparation. Oklahoma, which got colder, has fared far better. So there's really no excuse for not being prepared for the effects of climate change. You know, in the movie The Day After, you know, this region, Texas and northern Mexico, was the place where Americans fled, you know, the polar vortex in the climate catastrophe. It hasn't been spared this time. It's here, and it's here now, and it's been here for years. This is a wake-up call. Texas has them all the time, but usually they're localized. A hurricane strikes near Houston, for instance. Well, those folks experience it. This time, most of 26 million Texans got a horrible taste of it firsthand, and they're still getting it for weeks coming.
No, absolutely. And, you know, the hardest story to do on television is climate change because people are just tuning it out because it seems like something so distant, like that's something that's going to happen 100 years from now. But it's happening like right now. I remember the first time it snowed in Miami Beach, and everyone was shocked. And it's like, yeah, it's coming now. Representative Vesey, I guess then the question is, politics have to kick in here at some point. We just are now seeing tweets from Ted Cruz's wife where they were apparently pre-planning their little trip to run off to Cancun because obviously they don't feel like they have to care about their own constituents. They don't care. They mostly care about where they can go and have a nice warm vacay. If politics are not holding Republican leaders accountable, what then?
Yeah, it's a huge problem, Joy. It's a massive problem. And I will tell you that, you know, for instance, Eric Johnson, who is the mayor of Dallas, when he was in the state legislature, he actually prepared some legislation that would have required state agencies to submit a report for how well they were prepared for an extreme weather condition right now that we're having. And just about every Republican voted against it. And so each and every turn of the way, whether it's changing the name of the Railroad Commission to reflect what it actually does, again, which has nothing to do with the Railroad Commission, anything that brings transparency, anything that educates the public about what's really happening with energy here, they just turn their eye and turn their head because they think that they're not going to be challenged and that the state is so Republican that they will never be held accountable. That was the attitude that they had when I was in the state legislature. It's the attitude that the congressional delegation has right now. It's the attitude that Greg Abbott has. And I have to tell you, Joy, that as long as they keep getting elected statewide in Texas, incidents like this are going to continue to occur. And as it's been stated, we were literally seconds away from this entire grid crashing and us not having power for who knows how long. And something bad like that is going to happen one day unless we start holding Republicans accountable at the ballot box. They have to stop thinking that they can do whatever they want to and that they can mess over Texans however they want to and keep getting away with it.
Joy,
which is why also there's a huge, very quickly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I believe at this point that this is a catastrophe so big, it's going to require some kind of federal intervention. And that's going to be really tricky. We've got a right-wing governing class in Texas that is wrestling with its QAnon wing over its very relationship to the United States.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.